What we're showing on these screens right here is standard practice footage of what's happening in the meat, dairy, and egg industries.
Yep.
And also other industries that are exploiting animals currently. Now this shows the standard practices in this country and also around the world. And as you can see in the bottom left there, these are also industries that label themselves free range, grass-fed, organic. So as you can see, this is what they try to hide from the public. Why do you think that they don't want the public to see this?
Well, basically, if they say this, they're not going to have it anymore.
Why do you think that?
Well, because they're not having a good life, actually.
Yeah. So you think people would reject this and not buy animal products anymore if they were to know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
What impact does this have on you?
I'd say it's not healthy food for us if it is the way that they're treating the chickens, basically, as I'm saying here.
Would you say that this is wrong?
Yes, of course.
Yes?
Yeah.
Do you think there's a nice way to do this? A better way?
Killing is killing, so
Yeah.
I would say no.
To turn an animal into a sandwich, you've got to do something violent, right?
True.
You've got to take their lives from them, right?
Yeah.
So would you say that inherently is wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think you can do about it as an individual then?
Well, I'm going to talk about it more because I wasn't expecting, like, this is what I'm eating.
That's why we're here.
So, thank you very much.
No, I understand that you have done this your whole life, just like I did. I only stopped eating animal products about 7 years ago. So it's good that you will speak up and talk about this to others, your friends and family. It is important that we say something about this. But what do you think you can do as an individual? Do you currently consume animals?
No, I don't think so anymore.
What do you mean by that? You mean from now on?
I guess so.
Yeah?
Yeah, because, see, I think it's...
Would you say it's
though,
evil?
like everyone is treating the animals like that, but
This is standard practice. Again,
the thing that I'm saying, it's really sad, you know?
So this is free-range eggs. These are the male chicks because they don't lay eggs. This is what they do to the male chicks. If you've ever wondered, this is what happens. And again, this is standard practice. They actually label this the most humane method of killing in the industry, legally.
Yeah, but that is not even a chicken, so they consume it as what? The eggs and the...
No, this isn't consumed. They just throw this into the ground.
Oh, okay.
It's
They
just...
thought they're like treating is well, or...
They call this the most humane method of killing. They also gas pigs in gas chambers, like what the Nazi regime did to the Jews. We gas pigs, and they call that the most humane method of killing.
No, it's not. It's not.
I would call this evil. Would you agree with that?
True.
Yeah?
100%.
100%?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if there is any grown human or person will not do that for anything, not just for eating, but even for his enemies, you know.
And yet, these are the most innocent beings on the planet. What has a pig or a chicken or a cow ever done to you?
Nothing. They're just feeding us, you know, but we are doing...
So, have you ever heard of the word vegan?
Yep.
Do you know what it means?
Yep.
Okay. So, do you know what the number one benefit is for you personally to be vegan as an individual?
I'm not sure though, but I've read a lot about it, like less fat, less, you know, all these things. And keep
Yes,
it
there are
light.
health
Yeah.
impacts. But actually, the number one benefit for you as an individual is that when you are vegan, you no longer have to be a hypocrite. Because you say this is wrong, because it is wrong, it's evil. But if you're not vegan, you're pro-animal abuse. The only thing you're changing when you become vegan is your actions, and they align with the values that you say you have. Make sense?
It does.
So when you go vegan, you're just reverting back to who you are. You're not changing who you are at all. You stop doing something that you should never have been doing anyway, and the only reason you're doing it is because you're programmed into doing it by society's lies.
I think we have to think twice if the animals are doing the same thing to us, and then we will have the full idea. Like if the animals doing the same thing to us, will we be satisfied or not?
If they, hang on one
If they are eating us.
If they're eating us,
Yeah.
but are they eating us?
If they are,
Yeah.
then will we be satisfied
Satisfied with what?
with them, like the way that they're treating us? Of course not, right?
No, okay, now I understand,
I'm
yes.
just-
Yeah, if you were the victim, you would
Yeah.
obviously not like to be eaten and killed, yeah, so.
We have to think about it from that side.
That's all you need to do to be vegan. Is to imagine even just for a moment what it would be like to be in their position. And if you don't want to be in their position, don't eat chicken, don't eat cows. It's really that simple. Would you like some information?
How?
I've got a card I can give you.
Yeah, why not?
Just a card.
Yeah.
I've got some links on there that you can look up. You can do some more education on it. If you're interested to know how I went vegan, it's that speech right there. It's called The Best Speech You Will Ever
How
Hear.
long have you been?
About 7 years now.
What is the difference?
I appreciate the way I view my position in this world now as a means of living with other coexisting life forms and respecting them instead of thinking they're here for me, only for my benefit. It's a very self-absorbed and violent mentality. So I'm glad I don't think that way anymore. And as a result of that, I'm looking after my health more because I do eat better, obviously, because I'm eating real food, right? This isn't real food. This is torture products and murder products. As long as you address that, your life, I guarantee you, will change for the better. But what do you think you'll do? Do you think you'll go vegan now?
I would say I might go like vegetarian and vegan as a first step, and then maybe vegan. I don't know.
Yeah. Why do you think vegetarian would be necessary?
It'll be easier because I used to eat all these things, and now like in one point of time I have to quit.
Alright.
So it's gonna be a bit hard, like but like keeping all cheese, eggs, and
Yeah.
milk.
Yeah.
It's not easy, no.
No, because you have that habit now.
How many days did you need to like recover and used to your new way in this life? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it was only a very short period of time, but it was just a process of realizing certain ingredients weren't vegan. When I looked into it, I thought gelatin was a plant-based ingredient, and then I learned that gelatin is actually an animal ingredient. So you learn things like that in a short period of time, but you can Google anything. Our website has a lot of information as well. And I just want to say, I did feel similarly to you. I felt when I first looked into this that it would be hard to change my habits because I've been eating this way for so long. But what I found, brother, is I would never take, and I'm sure you would never take, this position with any other injustice. Like, for example, if you were to discover that racism is wrong or child abuse is wrong, you would never say, I'll take my time before I dish it out completely. You know, you would never say, oh.
You just admit that's wrong, that's it.
Yeah?
You quit it, yeah, that's wrong.
It was good to talk to you, mate.
Have a good day.
All right, you take care.
Happy New Year.
You too.